The house was quiet, too quiet. Every creak sounded like a gunshot. I was home alone. Again. Boredom led me to my laptop, its glow a beacon in the dim room. I'd scrolled through every social feed, twice. The world outside was asleep. The silence was heavy. So there I was, a solitary figure armed with a laptop and a dangerous level of boredom. What could possibly go wrong? Famous last words. And I, like a moth to a flame, was ready to answer its call. Omegle. The name itself sounds like a mischievous god of random encounters. I had heard the stories. The good, the bad, the bizarre. It was digital Russian roulette. You never knew what you'd get. A friendly chat, a debate, or something you'd want to bleach from your eyeballs. That unpredictability was the thrill. I typed the URL. The stark white interface loaded, "Talk to strangers." The first few connections were underwhelming. A bad ukulele player, someone typing ACE-L repeatedly, a cat's nose. Standard Omegle fare. I clicked next, searching for something interesting. Each click was a gamble, a leap into the chaotic void of human connection. I considered logging off. Maybe this wasn't the boredom buster I needed. But then a new chat window popped up. Hello, nothing weird, just normal. Almost too normal. I typed back, "Hi." The conversation was small talk, but there was an odd undercurrent. The responses were a little too quick, a little too focused, enough to make me pause. Then it appeared, a link dropped into the chat with no explanation. My chat partner said nothing, just let the link sit there, daring me. My internal alarm bells rang. Don't click strange links from strangers, but boredom and curiosity are a dangerous mix. What was inside? I hovered over the link, finger twitching. Part of me wanted to close the chat. Another part was intrigued. What if it was something amazing, or hilarious, or just the break I needed? It was a digital Schrodinger's cat. The link was both harmless and terrifying until I opened it. The suspense was almost worse than knowing. So, I clicked it. Of course I did. The new tab opened, and it was nothing. Just a blank white page. No text, no images, no loading bar. Just emptiness. I waited. Maybe it was slow to load, but nothing happened. It just stayed blank. Silent, mocking. A digital dead end. What a letdown. All that build-up for this? I stared at the blank page, feeling both disappointed and relieved. Maybe it was just a broken link, or a prank. Well, that was anticlimactic, I muttered, reaching to close the tab. It was just a stupid, empty web page. No harm done. Or so I thought. I clicked the AX to close the blank tab. It disappeared. I was about to go back to Omegle, maybe type a sarcastic, "Wow, great link," or just disconnect. Then, something impossible happened. The tab I'd just closed sent me a message. Not in the chat, but as a system notification. As if the tab itself had gained sentience. The message was short, terse, terrifying. "I know your location," just like that. 5 words that hit me like a punch. My heart leaped into my throat. This had to be a joke, a script, a virus? But how could a blank page do this? My mind raced for explanations. Maybe the Omegle user had some trick. Maybe clicking the link downloaded something. Before I could process it, a second line appeared. "I'll be reaching you." Reaching me. How? Here. My eyes darted around the room, suddenly feeling exposed. The silence of the house now felt menacing. Every shadow deepened. Every sound was amplified. This wasn't funny anymore. This felt real. The casual Omegle encounter had shattered, replaced by primal fear. I stared at the notification, frozen. I checked the Omegle window. The user had disconnected, vanished. Only their cryptic link and this horrifying message remained. My hands shook. I tried to tell myself it was a scare tactic, but the specificity of "I know your location," that was different. That felt personal. That felt like a promise. My first instinct was denial. It's a prank, I told myself. Just some internet troll with too much time. People do this, send scary messages, try to get a rise out of you. The internet is full of empty threats. I even managed a weak, nervous laugh. Nice try, buddy. But the words echoed in my mind, refusing to be dismissed. Maybe the link had an IP logger. That's common enough. It could tell my general area, maybe my city, but reaching me? That implied something more. Still, I clung to the prank theory. The alternative was too terrifying. I got up, paced the room, tried to shake off the unease. "It's fine," I said, louder, as if saying it would make it true. But a seed of doubt had been planted. What if it wasn't a prank? What if this stranger actually knew where I lived? I glanced at the windows, the locked door. My home felt less like a sanctuary. Every creak made me jump. I told myself, give it an hour. If nothing happened, it was a joke. The clock ticked slowly. I tried to distract myself, but the message replayed in my head. The unease was growing, like a creeping tide. The hour mark approached. Tick, tock. My anxiety was a roller coaster. Moments of, "This is ridiculous," followed by sharp pangs of, "What if it's not?" I kept glancing out the window. Nothing but parked cars and sleeping houses. Then, headlights turned onto my street. A black car, moving slowly, sleek, unmarked, ominous. My heart pounded. The car stopped across the street, engine idling. My breath caught. This couldn't be a coincidence. Panic set in. The hour of dread had arrived. My legs felt like lead, but adrenaline forced them to move. First thought, locks. I raced to the front door, fumbling with the deadbolt. Click. Secured. Then the back door. Click. Secured. Windows. I checked each latch, drew the blinds, shut out the sight of that car. My heart hammered in my ears. Every shadow danced. Every creak sounded like an intruder. The message echoed in my mind. "I'll be reaching you." My bedroom felt like the safest spot. I grabbed my phone, hand shaking. Should I call someone? My parents? The police? What would I even say? It sounded paranoid, but the fear was real. I crawled into bed, covers up to my chin. Silence, or what passed for silence when your heartbeat was roaring. I strained to hear anything from outside. The car's engine? Footsteps? Nothing. Just oppressive quiet. Minutes stretched into eternity, each second a tiny victory. But the tension was unbearable. I lay there, rigid, waiting. For what? A knock? A window breaking? I didn't know. The not knowing was almost the worst part. My imagination conjured all sorts of horrors. And then I heard it. Footsteps. Not outside. Inside. Soft at first. A faint creak on the floorboards. My blood turned to ice. I had locked everything. How could anyone be inside? Another creak. Closer. Someone was in my house. The footsteps wandered downstairs. A pause, another creak. It was like they were searching. My mind was blank with terror. I couldn't move or breathe. Every horror movie trope suddenly felt plausible. The silence between each footfall was filled with dreadful anticipation. Who was down there? What did they want? The message had been simple. "I'll be reaching you." They had. Then the footsteps stopped. Silence descended. But this was the silence of a house disturbed. I lay there, straining my ears. Nothing, not a creak. Had they gone, or were they waiting? The uncertainty was agonizing. My phone felt heavy. I hadn't called anyone. Fear had paralyzed me. Slowly, I forced myself to move. I had to know. Was the car still there? Peeking through the blinds, I looked out. The black car was gone, vanished. Relief washed over me, but the fear lingered. The violation of knowing someone had been inside was chilling, but I had to be sure. We had security cameras. I fumbled with the app, accessing the front door footage. There! The black car pulling up. Then a figure approached my door. My breath hitched. The quality was grainy, but clear enough. Someone was standing at my front door. Not just anyone. A clown. A horrifying, grinning clown, holding a pickaxe. The footage showed the clown standing there for minutes, motionless. Then it turned and walked away. A clown with a pickaxe on my doorstep. The image burned into my brain. This wasn't just a random creep. This was theatrical, menacing. My mind flashed to the news. The clown epidemic, creepy sightings, people chased. Was this connected? Was this Omegle encounter part of that bizarre wave? The footage showed the clown standing, then leaving. The footsteps I heard, maybe they were just trying the door, making noises that sounded like they were inside. The prank theory was now laughable. My fingers, spurred by terror, dialed 911. The operator's calm voice was a lifeline. I explained everything: the Omegle chat, the link, the message, the car, the clown. They took it seriously, sent a patrol car, asked if I was safe. I said I thought so. The police arrived, checked the house, the yard, found nothing, no sign of forced entry. I never used Omegle again. The allure of random connection was gone. The clown with the pickaxe haunted my nightmares. Was it part of the epidemic? Or something more personal born from the internet's shadows? I don't know, and I don't want to know. Some doors are best left unopened. Some websites unvisited. Especially when you're home alone, in the unsettling silence of a solitary night.